Hello, this is my take on the Thayer Award acceptance speech by General Douglas MacArthur. Anybody that's made it through high school has probably been familiarized with this person. He was a relatively famous general. He started before World War I, served through that war, World War II, and into the Korean conflict. The speech is more commonly known as his duty, honor, and country speech. The original speech, well over 30 minutes long, has been pared down to around 5 minutes, and just the main meat and potatoes of the speech will be given here. A quick background on the Thayer Award. It was created shortly after World War II by West Point to honor a person's service either in or to the military. It's not necessary that you have served in the military to receive this award, and only one person each year gets this award. Its weight is almost as good as having a Medal of Honor. Some notable names that have received this was Bob Hope. Anyone over 40 will recognize this name and all the specials he had overseas entertaining military troops. Neil Armstrong's on the list. He was truly out of this world, as we know. George Bush Sr., he dedicated most of his life to military service, starting in World War II as a bomber pilot and going through CIA director and ending up as a president, as well as quite a bit more in between. Gary Sinise, an actor, he has been given this award not very long ago. Pretty much his award was based on the movie Forrest Gump and the effect it seems to have on morale in the military. Newscasters, a number of presidents and other celebrities, a couple of religious figures are on the list. Most of it is ho-hum congressmen that you've never heard of. The only exception would be possibly Barry Goldwater, who's famous for Watergate. Watergate, Goldwater, there's some kind of connection there. So here we go with his speech. As I was leaving the hotel this morning, the doorman asked me, "Where are you bound for, General?" And when I replied, "West Point," he remarked, "Beautiful place. Have you ever been there before?" No human could fail to be deeply moved by such a tribute as this Thayer Award. Coming from a profession I have served so long and a people that I have loved so well, it fills me with an emotion I cannot express. But this award is not intended primarily to honor a personality, but to symbolize a great moral code, the code of conduct and chivalry of those who guard this beloved land of culture and ancient descent. That is the animation of this medallion. For all eyes and for all time, it is an expression of ethics of the American soldier. That I should be integrated in this way with so noble an ideal arouses a sense of pride and yet of humility, which will always be with me. Duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, and what you will be. They are your rallying points to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith, to create hope when hope becomes forlorn. Unhappily, I possess neither that eloquence of diction, that poetry of imagination, nor that brilliance of metaphor to tell you what they mean. The unbelievers will say they are but words, but a slogan, but a flamboyant phrase. Every pedant, every demagogue, every cynic, every hypocrite, every troublemaker, and I'm sorry to say, some others of an entirely different character, will try to downgrade them, even to the extent of mockery and ridicule. But these are some of the things they do. They build your basic character. They mold for you for your future roles as the custodians of the nation's defense. They make you strong enough to know when you are weak and brave enough to face yourself when you are afraid, to teach you to be proud and unbending in honest failure, but humble and gentle in success, not to substitute words for actions, not to seek the path of comfort, but to face the stress and spur of difficulty and challenge, to learn to stand up to the storm, but to have compassion on all those who fall, to master yourself before you seek to master others, to have a heart that is clean, a goal that is high, to learn to laugh, yet never forget how to weep, to reach into the future, yet never neglect the past, to be serious, yet never to take yourself too seriously, to be modest so that you will remember the simplicity of true greatness, the open mind of true wisdom, the meekness of true strength. They give you a temper of the will, a quality of the imagination, a vigor of the emotions, a freshness of the deep springs of life, a temperamental predominance of courage over timidity, of an appetite for adventure over love of ease. They create in your heart the sense of wonder, the unfailing hope of what next, and the joy and inspiration of life. They teach you in this way to be an officer and a gentleman.